station.
So we're talking.
even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, AMarie Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
It's Thursday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means you're going down to the AMarie Theater tonight at 6 o'clock. Doors open. Then bell is at 7:30 for the very first, the inaugural Duke City Championship Wrestling, the return of pro wrestling to this great city, the Duke City, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's slam those men.
Wait, what?
Let's man slam.
Hold on.
Get some
Wrestling. Okay, wrestling.
pro wrestling. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
You thought it was just sweaty man slamming.
Yeah.
If you go to dccwtickets.com right now, you will see there are none available. Let's freaking go.
All right.
Let's freaking go. We do have some walk-ups. You can get general admission online. All the seats, they are gone. So the 200 or whatever seats we had, they're completely sold out for the show tonight. You can walk up to the venue, buy general admission. You'll be staying the whole time. You're going to have a blast with us doing that.
Nice.
You can also buy one online, GA only available online. We go until the fire marshal says stop. That number is 600.
Can I bring my own chair?
No. You have a chair.
Oh.
Of all the people.
I was asking for like general friend of the show. Maybe he has knee problems and he wants a GA ticket.
Okay, I tell you what. If you need a GA ticket to the program tonight, Duke City Championship Wrestling at the historic AMarie Theater, the intersection of Central and 7th. If you need that, you shoot me a DM.
Ooh, slip slide into the DMs.
Slip slide into my DMs.
At Talk ABQ on Instagram.
At Talk ABQ on Instagram.
That's a good one.
Or at Duke City Championship Wrestling on Instagram. Or at wherever. Jump into the Sports Animal live stream right now on Facebook.com/Talk ABQ. And you say, Freddie, it's me. The guy coming to the show. I need to have a chair. We will figure it out for you, I promise.
Figured out.
Absolutely figure it out. I am Fred Slow. You are Van Nunley. You are not wrestling tonight.
No, not tonight.
Yeah. And
speaking of knees, got the bum knee. Had to bow out.
Got the bum knee.
Hobo Hank's going to take over for me.
It's a good get.
Yeah.
If you're going to that's trading up.
Big time.
Upgrade.
Yeah.
And wrestling with a lot of decisions in her own life, AMarie Castillo. Welcome to the program. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy to be here. Thank you for putting me in the introduction already.
Yeah. How about that?
That was like, all right, we're here.
Well, you started in the morning. Now you're here.
Now we're here. And are you wrestling? Van's not wrestling. Are you wrestling?
I'm the voice. So we're creating a top tier broadcast, actually. So we partnered with ProView Networks. ProView Networks says
good people,
insanely good. They do all my production stuff in New Mexico Highlands University. They're absolutely top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they're coming out to shoot this thing. It's a multi-camera setup. We got this thing at the very end. When you're watching this locally on Comcast Channel 26 or any of the social media outlets, you're going to go, oh, hot damn.
We can watch it live on ProView?
We're not streaming live.
So we can watch it on ProView in the future.
That is correct. It will air Saturdays at noon. So we will debut. So every week.
Good slot.
So here's why we picked that. So we're Saturdays at noon and we're Sundays at 10 a.m. And that's because those are the exact same times that I had when I was a kid growing up watching local programs.
Oh, that's adorable.
It is an homage to myself.
Good luck competing with church on Sunday. Huh. Better catch it on Saturday.
That's why it's twice. That's literally the reason.
I'm going to be hanging with my buddy JC on Sunday morning. Ain't watching no wrestling.
Hey, JC will be with us on Saturdays.
Oh,
too.
Nice. You could watch it from your phone, though, at church.
Oh, good point. That's way better.
AMarie, what else you do at church?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I haven't been in a while.
Tracking her gambling debts on church.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I got to hit this parlay.
Can I bet on this tonight?
Tony Four Fingers is coming for me.
I think technically you can't because I know the card. I think you have insider info. Yeah. So we're recording the entire event tonight, and then we're releasing in weekly increments of 30-minute programming, and we're very excited about that. So we have the whole thing kind of laid out, predicted, and done. But there's no reason to talk about tonight, Van, because we haven't talked about last night yet.
Yeah.
And do you want to call it eruption? The eruption of celebration that you and I received last night at Isotopes Park?
Oh.
It was almost scary. Like I was in fear for my life. Now I know what it feels like to be John Bon Jovi in the 80s. Exactly like that.
Hot John Bon Jovi in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Peak John Bon Jovi.
Mickey Rourke before the plastic surgery.
Yes.
Tina Turner 2 days ago.
We wow, that's
Too
fresh.
soon. Too soon.
Fresh.
Too soon.
We put AMarie.
I thought the Mickey Rourke was too soon too. Then you go and drop a Tina?
Like it's hot.
Dang.
Like it's hot. AMarie, welcome to the program. You've been on the morning show for a very long time. You're on this show now, and you're on this show moving forward. Is this like a tease? Like, what's the deal here?
Stay tuned.
Wow.
Every
what?
day.
What? Who knows?
I don't know. Did we decide contracts? Jared was trying to work out
Who's
contracts.
Jared? What do we do? We going off the air here? What do we just bringing in personalities no one knows about? This isn't the morning show where
that's
we talk.
not a KKOB thing. They talk about my KKOB. I'm so
No,
sorry.
we're not doing back of the house talk here on
Okay.
the radio station.
Well, I was unrestricted free agent.
We traded with the morning show.
Yeah.
Now we got you, and I gave the rights to Robert Gibson to the morning show. Did they accept that or did they not?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So
No, but they have DC. He's awesome. You're gonna love him.
he is a nice guy. I met him briefly.
Yeah.
He knows about sports, and that kind of threw me off because I don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it was
Not the program.
not-
He's definitely not sports adjacent.
He's sports proper.
We just got what 12.5% sports year with AMarie here.
Oh, totally.
What is that?
Probably
percent?
more.
What is where did that number come from?
Probably
I just made
more.
it up on the spot, of course.
There's 3 of us. So it'd be at least 33 at the bare minimum.
No. She's sports adjacent too.
She
But
is not.
she's
No, I'm not.
with me and you together.
Hold up.
Me
Wait
and
a
you
second.
together, probably like 40% sports.
This is why his numbers.
I'm
wrong.
And
here
then
for sports
AMarie-
adjacent,
His
Yes.
equation was wrong. You do,
but I am not sports adjacent.
We're not exactly equal pieces of this thing.
I'm an
I'm
Excel
60%,
guru.
obviously.
Of what?
And then you're probably 37-ish.
Uh,
and
of
now we got
wrestling?
AMarie. We're going to work her up
You're doing
to 33%.
all the numbers you're saying are like age that we walk around. Like, because you are like a 60-year-old man.
Oh my God, on the inside for
Yeah.
sure.
Your body is ravished and devastated.
I'm pickled inside.
The life that you have. You know, people have highway miles and city miles.
Hmm.
You have weird back country miles.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I got tractor miles.
CD
I got cornfield miles in here.
Cornfield Miles is a cool rapper name.
Yeah. In the phone book, it'd be Miles Cornfield.
Huh, not so bad.
Yeah.
We threw out the first pitch last night, AMarie.
I saw the video.
Okay, so on a 1 to 10 scale, how jealous are you?
I'm pretty jealous.
Yeah, it's like incredibly jealous, right?
Oh yeah.
Because we put it together out there.
Yeah. No, and I really like the video that you put up on social media.
Star of TV and radio, now feature film, 3-time New Mexico Broadcaster of the Year, Father of the Year candidate, quickly replaced Van as my personal best friend, Brandon Ortega.
Put that video together.
Put that video together.
Very good.
He followed us around, first off, like I'll say first off, like a professional,
Yes,
but also like a creepy fanboy.
it was super creepy. He showed up
Yeah.
wearing a 2 Men On shirt.
It's like, quit breathing so heavily. I can audibly hear you breathe. It's gross.
He got there a little bit early to take some, I guess, B-roll. I don't know what other verbiage you. Also, in
It's
this,
B-roll.
go to our Instagram, Talk ABQ's Instagram, find this video we're talking about, because it's a video of you and I, man, throwing out the first pitch. We're celebrating with these young kids. There's fans in attendance,
Mhm.
but then he slides his brand new Isotopes song in there.
Of course.
Like,
And his child.
That's a good.
yeah, and his own.
Yeah, he put his new
He made
Isotope
the
song
video.
and he put his kid in it.
Also, his Isotope song is a banger. It's an absolute banger.
So his kid's adorable too. But
This was about us.
It was-
Like,
it
I mean, the
was.
spotlight on this should have been us.
supposed to be. Also, and I don't appreciate him putting Dylan Storm in it. You know who Dylan Storm is?
Way
He's
more
like-
handsome than you.
Yeah. He's way taller,
Hey, if you
way
don't,
more fit,
if you
way
don't-
better looking,
if you don't know Dylan Storm,
more talented.
let me describe him real quick for the listener. Hey, Isotopes fans, welcome to Rio Grande Credit Union Field.
Yeah.
Clear backpacks. That's Dylan.
Yes.
What a job.
It's not the worst job.
Yeah. And I don't appreciate him being in the same video as me because he makes me look like a transient person.
He back of the house here. We're all pretty good friends. The
Sure. Yeah.
three of us hang out regularly.
Correct.
And he works UNM games, right? So he's
Yeah.
the voice of like a big basketball game, right? And the team
Yeah.
had a pretty good season up until everyone quit at the end, or as people call it, transfer portal. So there'd be like a big home game, a big win for UNM, and he'd call me. He'd be like jacked. he'd be like, "Baby, let's go get a drink." And first of all, I didn't go to the game, so I don't have this energy that you have.
Yeah.
And secondly, yes.
Van's out here working for the enemy.
Yeah.
Van's doing audio for the bad guys.
Oh, what's Van doing with national championship runner-up San Diego State? That's wild.
Beers on him.
From the Sports Animal live chat on the live stream, friend of the show, Joe, says he thinks the Heat will win tonight. Well, I agree. First of all, he continues that thought. He just reiterates that thought.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
So the big Heat, the Heat will win tonight. We'll talk about that at length. There's no way they're going to lose ever again. I don't believe they'll lose against Denver either. So
Oh my God.
there's only 5 more games of NBA playoffs remaining. The one tonight. Hey, listen to a weird sentence. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Game 5 of the conference finals. No one said that all year. That's like crazy. That's Lakers didn't get that.
You didn't have the ability to say it.
You couldn't say it.
Out west.
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 There was no basketball last night. There will be no basketball tomorrow night. And then for the next 7 days until the NBA finals start, which is wild.
It's so far away.
I've come.
Different songs.
Never
mind.
Yeah,
Damn it. We're so
right
close.
there. Big thank you to the Ice Topes for having us out for the first pitch last night. The 2 cutest little kids in the whole world were out there before us too.
We had openers.
Aw.
They were super cute kids.
I didn't know we're having openers.
Outshining you.
Well, they stole our shine. I don't know about outshine. So these kids go up and I have their names. Hold on.
They're on your baseball.
Yeah, a little filler.
You had them autograph your baseball.
Oh, that's so cute.
So after they throw out the first pitch, me and Van, we throw out our first pitches too, right? We throw out our first pitches. And then I call these kids over and like right there on the field, I'm like, sign my ball, guys.
Aww.
So AJ and I don't know what, JP, is that what you see? AJ and JP. So AJ and JP.
Looks like AJ and JP.
The cutest kids I ever met in my entire life. So anyways, so we throw out our first pitches. Me and Van do it simultaneously.
The Marietta family.
Yeah, the Marietta family. So we just said some kid's name on air. But the Marietta family throws out the first pitches, and they're absolutely adorable, and they got their little friends are there and they're cheering or whatever. Then Van and I throw ours out where I'm like juggling and Van's waving off pitches.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what is going, like it's too much of a production for me and Van.
Mm.
So anyway, so we call these kids over, we get their autographs. They're super cute. We'll put this ball up in the studio here. So, mine's got dirt on it. Look at that. Oh, probably because I skipped it.
Yeah, because you threw the ball in the dirt.
Put it in. Yeah.
And I piped a heater right down the.
I did not throw it in
You
the dirt.
threw it in the dirt?
Yeah,
It was
you did.
close. It was close.
He bounced it.
So I'm going to put on a show is what I did. So then, anyways, the kids are like, here you go, sir. They sign this thing or whatever, and I go to walk away. And they come running over full speed. They're like, can we have your pen? We want some of these actual players to sign our ball.
Did not ask for either one of our
They did not
autographs.
care about us at all. Their dad was nice. Shook our hand. So there you go. Kind of a cute little thing. It was a cute little night. Big thank you to the Isotopes for having us out. Big thank you to Brandon Ortega for producing a little banger of a video that's all over social media. The feedback on that's been tremendous.
He's a talented dude.
He is.
That Brandon Ortega.
Does it all.
KOB.
Does it all. We're going to preview the big basketball game tonight. That'll be a lot of fun. Also, there's a lot of fun NFL stories, which there haven't been recently. The NFL has been booty very recently. Everything has sucked. Contract stuff sucks. Rule changing stuff sucks. I'm never, ever going to talk to you about coaches unless it's something very funny. And we will talk about Dan Campbell a little bit today. Luckily, Tom Brady is made himself relevant in the world of sports for the next forever. So we have a lot of ammunition in that gun van. We're very excited about that. AMarie is introducing her new segment. What's it called?
I don't know yet.
That's a little bit of a radio twist. She
Nice.
didn't, yeah, that
Little
was
Shyamalan
yeah,
twist.
put her on the spot there.
Oh, man.
She had no idea.
That would be actually a good segment.
I used to do a bit with a guy where his name was Tom West, rest in peace. And I would go on a show and Tom would always we'd be off guard and Tom would go, Fred, do that thing you do. That's really funny. Like, Tom, what? You know, that bit you always do. And I'm like, Tom, I don't get this. And you just keep driving it home until I'm like, like, what do you do? Like, you clown? It's a good bit. So let's do it to AMarie. It's ruined now.
Excellent.
You want to talk baseball or no?
You know I always want to talk baseball.
We'll do that at 6 o'clock with Josh Sushan when he joins us on the program to preview tonight's Isotopes game. Isotopes absolute banger of a game last night, won it in late innings. We were there. We had so much fun. Grab a break, come back, talk about the Heat.
I'm into that.
I'm into that too. Not only do they close this thing out tonight, I'm going to tell you how to make a bunch of money off of it.
I'll tell you why you're wrong.
AMarie, pick a side. 2 men on 95.9 FM and A. What station are we on? 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger. Blake's Lottaburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own Hatch green chili and fresh premium beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Lottaburger, the first there was, the best there is. I-25 starting to slow down in both directions this afternoon. Northbound slows down as you approach Paseo. Southbound slowest between Jefferson and Montgomery. Alameda westbound is slow from I-25 all the way to Coors with some single-digit speeds most of the way.
This message is brought to you by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. TJ Trout here, and spring fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to go buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
Because what Baltimore's betting on is that they love Lamar now, but they don't see him as a 15-year player. And the next 5 years are the best 5 years. Tua is not built to play 15 years. Kyler Murray's not. Because when this contract ends, Lamar's going to be 30.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SCORE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SCORE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SCORE.
Since 2019, Fiesta Subaru has committed to being the best Subaru retailer possible. Our Subaru Love Promise ensures we're providing exceptional customer service and community support while delivering safe, reliable Subarus. Keeping current owners on the road with an expert service center is essential. Now, we're excited to announce that soon we'll be moving to a new state-of-the-art facility at Lomas in Louisiana, allowing us to serve our Fiesta family even better. Until then, visit us at fiestasubaru.com or 8100 Lomas Northeast.
Nothing says summer like an ice-cold Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Had enough of those little flies in your kitchen?
I did. That's why I got Zevo. I just plug in the trap, insert a cartridge, and let the light do all the work.
Zevo traps use blue and UV light to attract and trap flying insects with no odor, no mess, and no stress. Stop swatting and ditch the DIY traps. With Zevo, getting rid of bugs is as easy as
click, click, blue.
Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Do you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes? Good news. There's a new way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. Call U.S. Tax Shield, A+ rated with the BBB, 800-391-5063 for your free consultation and let U.S. Tax Shield protect you from the IRS.
Friday on the opening drive, did Jimmy Butler take over or did the Heat leave the door open enough for the Celtics to make it interesting? Join us, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. The opening drive starts at 7 a.m.
No DC.
Sir, we about to make it hot up in here. Spin cheese, watch them fall out. I make it rain while them knuckleheads.
Okay, I guess AMarie's here now in the regional music. What's up?
What's up? Is this new music?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Turn it back up.
I never heard this song.
This is new to us.
This is my new segment song.
You get a
You
name
know
for it
it's
yet?
bad. You know it's bad.
Your segment? Don't say it. You haven't even had your segment yet. Don't say it's bad.
Are we voting no on this song?
So I named your segment during the break. Did I tell you this?
No, but fill me in.
Spilled tea with AMarie.
Spilled tea, okay.
And the idea is you're just gossiping on
About sports?
Oh
wow. Great. All right.
I was going to go with grade AMarie, where AMarie grades funny TikTok videos that we provide to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can the listener
grade AMarie
see them?
Yeah, we submit them on social media before, and they play
Oh.
along with us.
Okay, I like it.
Thank you. I just made it up.
That's not bad.
In like the
All right,
past 12
grade
seconds.
A.
Yeah.
Grade AMarie.
All right.
And you grade the videos.
If you call the program, 505-246-0610, if you call 2 men on the Sports Animal hotline, 505-246-0610, 610, like this channel, the Sports Animal.
Oh, God, that makes sense. I never noticed.
505-246-0610.
0610.
And if you call
like the
say-
AM signal.
Yes,
Correct.
that's the phone number.
Oh, my God. With 246 in front of it.
Yes.
That is so easy.
If you call the show after AMarie gives a hot take and you say, I agree with AMarie, then we'll start making t-shirts that say, I agree with AMarie.
That's great.
And then we will be set up to create a cult-like following.
So they shouldn't call if they don't agree?
If you
Both.
disagree with
I think they should
AMarie,
do both.
it should be, you know that
I
shirt
think that's better radio.
You know that shirt where it's like, ask me about my ninja face, and then you pull it up over the top of your head. And
Okay.
so that's the shirt we're making. So it says, do you agree with AMarie? And if someone's like, no, then you pull it up over your head. It says, disagree with AMarie. I think this is a good bit.
Okay. Let's run with it.
That's wildly appropriate for the fairer sex.
AMarie loves betting. So if we do the AMarie guarantee,
yes,
then we could create like a whole branding there as well. There's a lot of on-air production going on right now, but this is all very good.
Over 250 points tonight is the guarantee bet.
Ooh.
Wait, do you decree AMarie?
Yes.
I
Call the Sports Animal at 505-246-0610.
I do like that bet a lot.
Thank you.
Give it to me again. I missed it. I was thinking
The
of bets.
over the points over 250.
What is it? 215.5 or 215 flat?
215.5.
Because, I mean,
I'm still going over.
Celtics are going to score like $120.
No.
And Jason Tatum's probably going to put up 60, maybe 64. What's the record
of points?
Yeah,
ever? I think it's 100.
No, that's regular season.
Oh, I'm so dumb. What if we only talked about like rich celebrities, like the bourgeoisie with AMarie? There's like some. I'm just still throwing things out.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We got time.
When we're like, hey AMarie, it's time for you to move on to a different show.
I was correct. 63 points. Jordan against Boston.
That stat's not for me with AMarie. There's a lot of these things here. 216, you said?
Did you just open up a Dr. Seuss book and just start rhyming anything you could with AMarie?
I don't have the money to buy a Dr. Seuss book unless it's free with AMarie.
There you go.
We will see. Who is she?
Good Lord.
Listen to me, not ye.
AMarie, I'm going to take the day off.
Miami.
Miami.
Only have to add Stephon Curry.
God. All right, we got to stop this.
I don't have to stop at all. The best player in the NBA is from overseas.
They all are.
So we're taking the 216.
We are taking the 216. Here's why I think you're both wrong. So it's the under. Boston doesn't know what to do after winning a game. So
They haven't been playing defense.
No. And it's not like they prepared for this because there was only one full day in Boston, which means you can only watch the town 2 times. And if you don't watch the town 4 times before your next game, you're not prepared to play your next NBA game.
I sent a strongly worded email to Joe Mazzulla, and I said, you got to switch it up. Watch The Departed. Don't watch The Town again. Watch The Departed. It's way better Boston movie. I like the Heat plus 8.5 and the over.
Yes.
Parlay it.
Yes.
Celtics money line. Heat plus 8.5 and the over. If you want a three-way.
What's my father slated for? What's his over under?
Oh, excellent question. I believe that would
Who's your
be
everyone's father is Jimmy Butler.
Oh, I thought Michael Jordan was his father.
Allegedly.
I need to stop that.
I thought we wanted to do tea with.
You didn't hear that one, Freddie?
I thought you wanted tea with AMarie. It adds up.
It doesn't. He played in Chicago for one season.
9 months before Jimmy Butler was born, Michael Jordan was in Houston.
Yep. That's not the lady's name. I'm talking about the city.
Just saying. And guess what? Jimmy Butler's never met his dad.
Do you have to lead with guess what on that?
No. Anyways.
24.2.
Over because
24.5. Sorry.
But this is the problem too. Miami Heat gave Vincent their
We got
Miami
28.
Heat is missing some crucial players tonight.
You're seeing 28 for
28.5.
Okay, so here's your parlay. You take Jimmy in the over. You take the Heat plus 8, you said?
8.5.
8.5. And you take the over 215.5.
That's a good one.
That's your parlay.
Yes.
You put down a 20 spot?
Yes.
I put down a 10. Put down a 10 spot.
I'll put down a 20.
Hey, I tell you what, if Duke City Championship Wrestling tonight, the historic El Rey Theater goes well, I'll put down a 20.
Okay.
Sell a shirt.
Well, the game I think starts before your event.
505-246-0610. What's that called whenever you... Is that illegal? That's got to be illegal to bet for someone else.
No. A bookie?
A bookie?
That's a bet.
I'm kidding.
What's that called whenever you have to say if you own like a marijuana business, but you can't put your money in banks in New Mexico because of weird state laws. So then someone has to traffic your money over to Texas banks so you can keep it there. What's that called? Muling?
Is this my new segment?
Is it called muling? What am I trying to say?
I have no idea
Yeah,
what
I
you're
don't know
trying
either.
to say.
Are you asking me to take your $10 and go to Isleta?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for muling it.
Okay.
Muling. What's our parlay? Jimmy in the points.
Over 28.5.
Take the over.
Heat plus 8.5.
Take the over.
And then over points total.
Take
215.
All right. So you want the over on everything. When I say over on points, that's the Heat with the points.
Correct.
Because they're going to win.
Parlay Celtics money line too.
It's 8.5. What? Who in the world thinks that Boston all of a sudden is that many points good?
Because Miami has an injury right now.
Yeah.
No, they do not.
Gabe Vincent.
So, hey, hold on. Let me do the follow up to that one.
Who? He's been a role player.
Yeah, you know what? He has a quote unquote injury because Tyler Hero is cleared to participate in basketball activities.
Well, I don't know if he's playing tonight though.
Of course, you would not know that. They would not tell you that already. That would be a secret.
Vincent of 17.5 points a game. That's a big swing.
Who?
Gabe
Yes.
Vincent.
Oh, okay. So what you basically just said is you're assuring me Jimmy's going to take more shots. That you're assuring me my father, Jimmy Butler, is going to have better opportunity.
Over. And that's why you're picking the over.
Also, who of us is going to sneak away before game time and make it to Isleta?
We all know the answer to that question. That's AMarie. Well, I don't know. We won't be out of here in time.
Exactly. I guess we need a...
Well, we're just going to write it down
Mueller.
with pride.
I mean, we did agree on air. The bulk of Albuquerque's listening right now. We all know that.
More than the because this text I literally just got says a lot of St. Louis is listening too.
Oh, that's nice.
Here's where I'm trying to get to. If you're a person that can only watch basketball with money on it, put money on this exact bet.
We got you.
If you want to really live your life up tonight, hear me out. Go right now to whatever casino it is, whatever sport book you go to, place your bets, then drive immediately over to the historic El Rey Theater.
Smart.
Hang out with us tonight.
Get
Well, you
one
have
for
to
us.
go to Isleta. That'd be the closest sports bet to the historic El Rey Theater.
I'm not telling anyone how to live their life.
Yeah. Well, once Isleta starts throwing some money at us, yeah, we'll tell them to go there. Now just go wherever you want. Go to your bookie. Go to Frankie Four Fingers.
Who?
It's my bookie. He's in a robe at the end of the bar. Flip-flops.
He got arrested one time. You're talking about a fictional person. I know this story.
I'm mixing fiction and reality right now. Yeah.
The story I know.
Mm-hmm.
We're 1 week away from Fred and Van's Vaniversary this upcoming next Thursday night. Every June 1st is Fred and Van's Vaniversary.
Oh, that's so nice. And
That's
the start of the NBA Finals.
Secondary to what we
Is it? Nobody cares.
We celebrate
What do you
our,
guys do for it?
we celebrate every single year at Howie's Sports page. So we
Good
go
place.
and we rage at the page, unpaid endorsement right now. Can't wait to welcome them back in the fall.
Well, it's a pretty simple equation, AMarie. What we do is leave our vehicles at home, drink all of the alcohol, and Uber home.
I mean, sounds like a great anniversary.
Yeah.
Now we leave at different times because one of us gets asked to leave and then the other one finishes out the night.
It's never the same person.
No, it's always it's a
Year to year it changes.
It's like a weird coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
You coming? What's up? You coming to our anniversary party next Thursday?
Probably not.
Okay, interesting. Steph Griff would have came.
Did she go last year?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't want to commit to something unless I know I can follow through.
It's only radio. What I meant to say was come see AMarie live in person.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Do you bring 8x10s everywhere you go, AMarie?
totally.
From the Sports Animal Live Texter 505-246-0610. The guy that hates Van says he hates him a little less because he also uses Frankie Four Fingers. Vader, get him back in the good graces whenever we get back. I'm going to talk to NFL coaches. I'm not kidding. What? 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Off.
This is Protection. Yep, Protection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Prevention is the best protection. Off, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand, SC Johnson.
I-25 starting to slow down in both directions this afternoon. Northbound slows down as you approach Paseo. Southbound slowest between Jefferson and Montgomery. Alameda westbound is slow from I-25 all the way to Coors with some single-digit speeds most of the way.
This report is brought to you by the Sandoval County Clerk's Office. The Sandoval County Clerk's Office is dedicated to further improve the accuracy of the voter rolls before the 2024 elections. Have you recently moved? Update your voter registration at nmvote.org. Together, we can ensure that voter rolls are accurate and continue to have confidence in our elections.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The summer concert season is just getting started.
Now they always say congratulations.
You haven't missed your chance to win tickets to Post Malone. Text POST to 505-246-0610 right now to get entered. That's POST, P-O-S-T.
It's a worse plan.
From
We need to print out the sheets
FM
ourselves. I don't want to do anything with
The Sports Animal.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd
She's
have
the most fireable human
I
being.
discovered
I've ever
Babbel.
met in my life.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Carrie, is this schedule the most updated?
There's a wedding season rush at Dr. Iona's dental practice.
We're fully booked this week. We can try and squeeze you in next Tuesday.
She needs a dental hygienist to unveil fresh smiles.
How long has Bree been
Why
under
not all of them at
UV light?
once?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes
That's just for
Indeed match your
2022,
job
not
description.
2023.
Visit Indeed.com/credit.
They're aware of that.
$75 towards your first
And then
sponsored
the other
job.
part of that
Terms and
balance
conditions
is
apply.
what that
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster. No, to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Get in zone.
There was nothing on the
Welcome to
last.
AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
right?
With free battery testing and charging, AutoZone is here to help. Get in zone.
What if I need a new one?
We have the right batteries right here at America's #1 battery destination. Get in zone.
And what if I don't know how to connect it?
No problem. We have a how-to for you at AutoZone.com.
Get in zone. AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
All personal injury law firms are not the same. We all claim to do the same things, but that's where the similarities between Lerner & Rowe and all other law firms end. Lerner & Rowe was recently named the second most influential law firm in the country, and we've collected billions of dollars for our injured clients, with over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone. If you want real results, call Lerner & Rowe today.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Multi-state offices. Carlos O. Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Glenn Lerner is only licensed in Nevada.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
The king of sports talk.
I have not given myself enough credit lately.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, I might need you guys to carry me a little bit through this segment.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Okay, so the headline is this. Dan Campbell at his press conference wearing a shirt of Brad Holmes at his press conference wearing a shirt with Dan Campbell on it. Now, I don't know all the players in this game. I know who Dan Campbell is because he was on HBO Hard Knocks, which I believe is now just called Max Hard Knocks. Is that correct?
I heard they changed it to Max.
Now, is the programming still HBO or is it just the app Max?
The app is Max.
So what was HBO Max is now just Max.
Correct.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't care
about the change or my opinion.
As long as they have like shows about dragons and then Hard Knocks, I really don't care what else is on that stupid network. They peaked at The Wire. It's all been downhill from there.
You're a big Arliss fan.
I was. Barry's pretty good.
AMarie, you ever watch The Wire?
Yes.
All right, Dynamite Drop In. That's why you're here.
And it's the best program in the history of television.
Once, if that helps.
Once all the way through.
It does help, yes.
Or just one episode.
Everyone was making a big deal that I never watched it, and so I did.
All right, hold up. Who is everyone in this scenario? One guy you dated when you lived in New York?
No, but when I was living in New York, a lot of people were like, oh my God. And I'm surrounded by comedians like, you need to watch The Wire.
Here's what you need to say to them. You need to focus on the grind and maybe about making a couple more bucks. That's what you should have said to them.
So I fell for the trap and I watched it.
You should have said this. Why don't you make your closer your opener?
Hold on. Fell for the trap?
Yeah.
You were blessed with the greatest television show in the history of adult programming.
Okay, I don't think it's the greatest television show, but you know.
Okay, you can say any other word for greatest. That's fine.
Uh,
Best, the bestest.
There's a lot of TV shows out there, man.
Yeah, I know, and none of them are as good as The Wire.
Okay, I know you're number one now.
Oh, that's easy. You don't listen to the program enough?
Is it number?
Because
I now will.
I sneak in Wire references every day, and no one knows.
Is it no one knows or no one cares?
Ouch.
But now
I should just say Fred doesn't notice.
we should keep tabs. I feel like he ignores it.
I would not know enough to know what
No,
it is.
he wouldn't.
Would you like me now, as a producer of this show, would you like me to come up with some like clips of The Wire to be played?
No, I would not.
I'm writing down.
Do you think we need to reference this 15-year-old television series
Make
more than we
list.
already currently do on this show?
Make list of Wire clips
Yes.
for AMarie.
Yeah, I'll.
Today's
That will be your segment.
Today's I-9 Varsity, which is going to happen at 5 p.m. today. Today's I-9 Varsity is the I-9 Varsity of 15-year-old TV shows that should no longer be referenced ever in pop culture.
That's a mouthful, but it should be a good segment.
You know what 15 years ago was? You guys remember that? 15 years ago? 2008?
2008.
Nothing from 2008 matters today.
I'll prove you otherwise.
I don't think you will. Hey, Fred, Jim and Pam got together. Do not care.
Okay, so
That's when Scotch gets good.
So it actually came out in 2022. I mean 2002.
Yeah, but it ran until 2008. The Wire wasn't one season long.
There were 5 of them.
So that's 2007? Adjacent?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. From never watching The Wire and being able to get within 1 year's close of guessing when The Wire was on
Shows
television,
its importance. Yeah, that's
incredibly
correct.
good.
Yeah.
The Shield also came out then.
What is that?
I don't know. Firefly.
What? Nope.
Monk.
All these things suck, and I don't care. And that's why it's going to be a good bit. Because my favorite thing in the world is making fun of things that other people love. It's my thing.
I'm ready for this.
So, who is Brad Holmes?
He is the GM of the Detroit Lions.
Breaking news.
That's not good for the bit.
The Detroit Lions have a GM. This is incredible.
They do.
You think they just accidentally ended up with people?
Was Ricky Prohl not available? Like, what? I don't know who this guy is.
Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have to be the most yoked GM and coach combo in the history of sports.
How do you say Holmes without doing like a Chicano?
Surely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes.
Holmes Pizza closed.
What is that?
It's right down here on.
Don't act like you
3rd and
supported
Gold.
it all the time. They closed.
I actually did.
It's on AMarie.
Well,
I went there once, and
some arcade games.
the Tekken machine was broken. I was like, I'm never coming
Outta here.
I'm never coming here again.
I remember calling them and be like, "Hey, will you deliver a pizza to my homes?"
How many?
Please stop.
The real question here is, how deep will Dan Campbell go?
Do you know why he?
This is
wore
day
the
one.
shirt?
No.
Do you want to know why he wore the shirt?
Like his intrinsic motivation? Yes.
It's Brad's birthday.
No. Because they're playing. Because Brad Holmes wears a shirt of Dan Campbell.
Damn it, Janet! Yes, he's wearing the picture of Brad Holmes wearing that shirt.
That's the joke.
And it's just going to keep going.
It only works if Brad Holmes then wears a shirt of Dan Campbell wearing the shirt, the shirt of Brad Holmes wearing a shirt of Dan Campbell.
Yeah. And then you keep going until you hit a black hole.
And you,
then you get sucked into infinity.
Van Nunley, Green Bay Packer fanatic. You, AMarie Castillo, Minnesota Viking fanatic.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How do you two losers feel with the Detroit Lions building an actual positive culture around their franchise and striving for success as you two perennial toppers are now going to become bottomy boys? How do you two feel about that?
Like you think
Bottoms?
You mean Van's going to finish last in the division?
Is that what
As
I
a
mean?
Green Bay Packer fan?
Now, hold on. Are you
Actually, the Green Bay Packers, and I will tell you this, fan,
Here we
you
go.
actually won that Aaron Rodgers trade, just to let you know.
Agreed?
You know what this is? It's called deflection from your Green Bay and Minnesota Viking loving rear ends, because we're talking about the Detroit Lions building a culture of winning and success and fellowship.
Hey, I will accept it if they actually do it this year.
Two-parter. I agree. Lions will win the North this year.
I don't agree with that.
Second part.
Winners come.
I will bet you.
Future Hall of Fame quarterback Jordan Love is going to have an amazing career. He's going to gel with his young wide receiver core, and they're going to build towards something fantastic.
This is what Green Bay does.
If Jordan Love comes out wearing a hoodie
And then he'll go to the Jets and then the Vikings.
with a picture of Dan Campbell on it, wearing a picture of Brett Holmes on it,
Dude.
then yes, I'm a Jordan Love fan now.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah, that's why I came up with it just now.
Oh, he should show up to a press conference in a Jets jersey and just have soon on the back.
Yeah.
Or no,
Well, no, actually,
eventually.
like 15 years.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what you guys do.
eventually.
You hold on to quarterbers for like 15 years.
His shirt
and
just
win
says
one ring.
His shirt just says 15 and counting, but it's in green and white. And people are like, oh, that's really clever.
No, I mean on the back where it says instead of love, it says years.
Yes.
And then it's the number
That's a good-
15.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell kind of looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. How do you guys feel about this?
He looks more like Stone Cold Steve Austin than Stone Cold Steve Austin looks like Stone Cold
100%.
Steve Austin.
I'm now a Lions fan for the sake of this radio show.
And because Tom Brady retired.
Still a Tom Brady fan. What I need is a good, what's that called when you pick?
So why are you a Lions fan? Because Dan Campbell?
No, to balance out this Vikings and
NFC
Green Bay
North?
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so I can be.
Why don't you want to be a Bears fan?
Oh, come on now. That's gross. Like,
come on.
Their quarterback sucks.
Justin Fields is that
Not
dude.
suck.
I seen him. I looked right at him. He sucks.
I'm rooting for Dan Campbell. I don't care what division he's in.
Hey,
I'm pro Lions.
Listen, let the Lions. I'm happy for Lions fans right now.
I want him to play so good
fan
that Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson come back. They're like, okay, now this is what I wanted the whole time.
And this is why you two losers don't get it, because you didn't celebrate the Mike Furry years. Like, that's how bad this team was for so very long. You want to talk about?
It doesn't matter.
I don't even know who that person is you just said.
He led the team in receptions as a punt returner turned wide receiver, catching passes from Jerry Harrington.
Mike Furry?
Mike Furry.
Is that like his hobby also? He's into furries?
I don't, in the Mikes? I have no idea.
Can you name any of the current line wide receivers?
Yes. The other St. Pierre.
Now, hold on. Let's gamble.
This is not even this. Well, I'm gonna tell you the gamble is. I would not be surprised. It's going to be competitive with the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions and the NFC North, but they're up to win the Super Bowl, like number 6 to win the Super Bowl.
Lizzo's Minnesota Vikings moving forward.
They're not Lizzo. Do not call them that.
I got a little inside info for you
Oh,
here,
I
Amory.
cannot wait for this.
Don't tell Fred not to do something on the program.
I know, and then he's going to do it even more. I know these shenanigans.
From the Sports Animal Live texter, Dan Campbell looks more like Goldberg than Steve Austin. I think that's a good drop. Thank you very much. Here's my thing.
Rock freezing Steve Austin. Is that Dan Campbell's new name?
What if I'm good at this thing? If Dan Campbell doesn't go 500, he will get fired by the Lions and will never get another. What?
He will never get fired.
Jim Caldwell sucked. Was he with the Lions? I wrote down here on the 445 Browns logo. What does this mean, man? What does this note?
I'll tell you all about it when we get back.
2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing Services help small business print big. Now get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Offer ends July 1st. Visit staples.com/printbig for details. This is your sign to try Staples, where your prints are perfect guaranteed.
I-25 starting to become a problem in both directions. Northbound, slow
for 290.
and slow also at
So whenever I
Omni
leave, I'm
Desire
going to plug
Channels.
this
Southbound
directly into
I-25 is slow
Okay,
from
gotcha.
Fortuna to Montgomery. Alameda westbound, you are looking at near single-digit speeds the entire way from I-25 all the way out to Coors.
Clark's Pet Emporium has always been your furry pet's favorite stop. Clark's also has the largest selection of fish, reptiles, small animals, plus everything you need to get set up. New Mexico's own Clark's Pet Emporium on Lomas, west of San Mateo, Manaw at Juan Tabo, and at clarkspets.com. This report is sponsored by Clark's Pet Emporium.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Angie. It's easier than ever to get projects done well. Get started at Angie.com. Showed up on Instagram and got in everybody's face.
You want to
Tell
hold
them
AMarie's
to
new
out of
tiny Dr. Pepper?
face. Kyrie would like your attention so that he can tell you to stop paying attention to him and stop asking where he's going to end up in free
No, I
agency.
gave it to her.
I'm Jim Rome.
Who gave us Dr. Peppers the other day? Oh, Steve. Yeah.
Telling it like it is.
The Clippers season now is over again. Everybody knows what the
Hey,
issue
never mind,
is.
he got one.
Kawhi's body. But Steve Ballmer's a tech guy. In tech, you don't necessarily try to salvage stuff. You dump it. Steve Ballmer, I don't think is going to try to salvage Kawhi Leonard. I think it's over.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Great. It's yours. See you then.
Nathan's Tiki-themed bar is swimming in end-of-year party bookings.
Where can I find that many servers? They want headlamps? And I'm going to need to find a band.
He needs caterers to navigate the rising tide.
No, Mario, not your cousin's cover band.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With summer savings at the Home Depot, we'll get your kitchen clicking. With top brand appliances, like a new GE refrigerator with internal water dispenser for a crisp, cool glass of water every time. Or a GE oven with built-in air fryer for healthier, crispier options with no preheating. Plus, with convenient shopping in-store and online at the Home Depot, your innovative new appliances are just a click away, too. Save up to 30% on select appliances plus $300 off select refrigerators at the Home Depot. Pricing valid May 18th through June 7th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Great. It's yours. See you then.
Nathan's Tiki-themed bar is swimming in end-of-year party bookings.
Where can I find that many? They want headlamps? And I'm going to need to find a band.
He needs caterers.
Put me on the list for coming in the back door. What's the deal tonight?
Cover band?
Indeed can help him hire great people
I didn't think about
fast.
it because we were supposed to be there.
Indeed you do.
Yeah.
We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With summer savings at the Home Depot, we'll get your kitchen clicking. With top brand appliances, like a new GE refrigerator with internal water dispenser for a crisp, cool glass of water every time. Or a GE oven with built-in air fryer for healthier, crispier options with no preheating. Plus, with convenient shopping in-store and online at the Home Depot, your innovative new appliances are just a click away, too. Save up to 30% on select appliances plus $300 off select refrigerators at the Home Depot. Pricing valid May 18th through June 7th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-529-2856. Big Lou will find
No, so
a
today.
policy for you. even if you
Cleveland
have
Browns logo contest.
high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-529-2856. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-529-2856. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life, call 800-529-2856.
The only part of your morning that doesn't suck.
I like 3 minutes.
With Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal, 2 men on. I'm Buddy the Elf. My favorite color is brown. The Browns put out that weird logo last year on the field. It was like a weird balding elf. Do you remember that?
It was hideous.
Brownie.
That is nightmare fuel. Thank you, AMarie. Brownie.
What is that?
That's his name.
That's the name of the hideous, scary elf.
They call this white elf Brownie.
Name of the team of the Browns, Fred? Did you gloss over that fact?
Brawny. You mean Brawny because LeBron James is from Ohio. That's what you mean? Brawny?
No, Brownie. Get TJ Trout in here.
Hold on, like Keebler elves because they make snacks. That's the play. Is that what we're saying? Because they make little brownie bites.
I think Van was onto something when they said it's because they're called the Browns.
All right, so this elf passed away, guys. Is what happened. So
Wait,
yeah, the elf is passed away.
Oh, what had happened is this thing is so scary and hideous. There was a huge public outcry to retire this thing, i.e., murder, for eternity, and never let it come back ever.
So he did or did not die?
He retired.
To elf heaven.
That's what they say whenever your dog, whenever you're a little kiddo, whenever you're a little babers, and they say, hey, we're going to take little Brownie out to the farm. There's no farms in St. Louis.
He's in a better place now. Not Cleveland.
So these new suggested logos are the exact same. So this is a fixed contest.
Oh. Well, one of the days you're absent, we did hit on this, and we said there was like 8 logos, and they're all dogs, and they all look the exact same. They all have the Cleveland Browns stripe on their forehead.
Okay.
They all have spike collars. They all have their little grimacing looks, and they're all the same color, and they're all the same shading. It's like when you ask your lady friend, what do you want for dinner? You never do an open-ended question.
No, never.
It's like, would you like to go to the 66 Diner?
Yes.
Or do you want to go to Hollow Spirits?
Those are the only. You give 2 options that are both acceptable.
You give 2 correct answers, and you make them pick one of the correct answers.
Like I do.
This is the Browns logo contest. It's 8 of the exact same logo, and now it's down to 2 of the exact same logo, and they're both fine.
Well, I'm looking at both of them, and it looks to me as if one of them is like the Papa dog, and the other one is the Babers dog, like the puppy dog. I say you take them both, and you have one old dog and one young dog.
We need an old priest and a young priest.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. What's up, buddy? Hello? Oh, good. Just went to commercial. Yep. Yeah. Yep. That's correct. Very good. All right, and you're the best. Bye. This guy here. He's really funny, this guy here. He's the worst.
Rocky Mountain Roofing is invested in leading technology to detect roof leaks. A drone takes infrared photos to find hidden leaks and protect homes and businesses.
Call on Rocky Mountain, the most trusted name in roofing.
SoundCloud. Go to SoundCloud.com. It should be logged in already. I'll walk you through real quick.
I-25 starting to become a problem in both directions. Northbound, slowing at San Mateo and slow also at Avenida Cesar Chavez. Southbound I-25 is slow from Osuna to Montgomery. Alameda westbound, you are looking at near single-digit speeds the entire way from I-25 all the way out to Coors.
This report is sponsored by Raid Light Trap.
The new Raid Essentials Light Trap uses light to attract, then trap flying insects like fruit flies and mosquitoes, turning your home into restricted airspace. For insecticide-free protection that's people and pet-friendly, get new Raid Essentials Light Trap.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. A shout out to my South Florida peeps. Has life ever been better? Seriously, has there ever been a better time to be an 8 seed from the Miami metro area? Because as incredible as the Heat have been, the Panthers just managed to beat them to an Eastern Conference title. That's right, Florida Panther fan. Today is your day. I'm pretty sure I have not spent as much time talking Florida Panthers hockey as I have in this minute since the last time they made a run at the Stanley Cup final, and that was 27 years ago. But today, Panther fan, you have earned your shine. Or specifically, Chucky has earned the shine, a.k.a. Matthew Tkachuk. I love him. 3 game-winning goals in 4 games in the same series. Is that any good? It's incredible. And I'll see you, Chucky, and your crew in the finals.
Great. It's yours. See you then.
Nathan's Tiki-themed bar is swimming in end-of-year party bookings.
Where can I find that many servers? They want headlamps? And I'm going to need to find a band.
He needs caterers to navigate the rising tide.
No, Mario, not your cousin's cover band.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With summer coming at the Home Depot, we'll get your kitchen clicking with top brand appliances like a new GE refrigerator with internal water dispenser for a crisp, cool glass of water every time, or a GE oven with built-in air fryer for healthier, crispier options with no preheating. Plus, with convenient shopping in-store and online at the Home Depot, your innovative new appliances are just a click away too. Save up to 30% on select appliances plus $300 off select refrigerators at the Home Depot. Pricing valid May 18th through June 7th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
It's time to renew New Mexico. If you have Medicaid or SNAP, you must renew to keep your benefits. If you have moved, update your contact information at yes.state.nm.us or call 1-800-4465. You will be mailed a turquoise envelope when it is time to renew. Your Medicaid and SNAP benefits
Breaking Bad started in 2008.
To learn more, go to renew.hsd.nm.gov and renew New Mexico.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us.
Now batting for the Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle,
AMarie Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Today's I-9 varsity. League office 280. I'm going to start this whole thing over. Welcome back to the show. Today's I-9 varsity league office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Currently taking registrations for soccer, basketball, volleyball, cheerleading, all your youth leagues. It's one day of action. Play that day, practice that day. That's all it takes. You don't have to go around town 5 days a week or whatever, like crazy kid schedules are. Today's I-9 varsity is the I-9 varsity of TV shows from 15 years ago that do not matter at all, and please stop talking to me about them.
It's a mouthful. I'll pick a couple words out of that, and I'll do my varsity from those.
You know I'm on the dating app, right?
How would I know that? I swipe on ladies.
Grinder?
Oh, that one.
I'm a big fan of Bumble.
You are?
That's where I met my husband.
Aw.
From the Sports Animal live chat, facebook.com/talkabq. People are disappointed to hear that AMarie has a husband. So that's breaking news. That's
wow.
just kind of just pulled the curtain back there, AMarie. There's wow.
Proud of him. Proud of it.
So
and also promoting Bumble.
This paid? You getting paid for this? You're not.
I should. They will send you a bottle of champagne though.
Who will?
Bumble, if you have a successful, if you get married.
I'll Photoshop my face right next to yours, and if I do not care.
What kind of proof do you need?
I know. That's why I was like, what? Like, send your story.
Yeah. Tag us. Also, if you play your cards right, you get multiple bottles of champagne from Bumble. Amarie's like, no, I'm good.
Good. I'm good.
So just very recently, this one came up to me in my real life, not radio life. A gal said, hey, you want to come over and watch Grey's Anatomy? I do not. I do never want to do that. Grey's Anatomy has been on the television since 2005. Are you kidding me?
I didn't know it was still on.
It's still on the television.
Honest as I possibly can be, I did not know it was still running.
I've never seen one episode of that thing.
Don't act like you guys would not.
See?
I do not believe you guys at all. I know you'd watch Grey's Anatomy for the only undefeated thing in this world.
McDreamy? I've seen.
Why do you know McDreamy?
Why do I know popular references in culture? Because I lived this life. Because in 2005, I was in radio then.
Are you sure your profile on your dating profile doesn't say huge fan of Grey's Anatomy?
In the next
don't hate the player, hate the game.
Not today because we're a little sports adjacent right now. But sometime next week, you're going to do side-by-side comparisons of Van and I's dating profiles. Just crack up, just laugh it up.
Man,
see, I bet we have some of the same photos.
What, you guys like crop each other out because you're like
no.
Put each other in the same photo?
We're both recognizable to strangers. It's a hook. It's a little bait.
Also, we're trying to be Eskimo brothers over and over and over again.
All the time.
Well, it is Albuquerque.
Van, what do you got? It's like a million people here or whatever. Van, what do you got?
All right. First on my I-9 varsity of your sentence was way too long. So I was going to say 15-year-old shows. I'm going to go with Degrassi.
No one has ever asked me to watch Degrassi.
There's a bunch of 15-year-olds in there. I think Drake, he was 15 in that one, wasn't he?
Damn it.
It's Degrassi.
Going with
is
Degrassi,
my answer.
Huh?
Degrassi is my first answer.
That's a good answer, Van.
Yeah.
Hey, Marie, today's I-9 varsity. What do you have?
Shows from like 15 years ago?
Yes. You need to take your time. You want me to go first? Is the whole commercial break here?
No, you're good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they call this dead
It's
air.
the 5 o'clock hour. People are getting out of work, ready to be entertained.
Sweet.
AMarie's first day on the afternoon drive.
Coming in hot.
It's a show I like or dislike.
You follow your heart.
Don't care. It's the I-9 varsity. Make it whatever you want.
Minds.
No one tells anyone to watch that.
Oh yeah, they do.
Guys,
do you hang out with women?
No.
Women love that show. Women love any kind of murder, crime kind of show.
The second I find a person who makes their second reference to kidnapping, I'm out. Like the world is not what you think it is.
True crime and Uggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's enough of that.
Something violent crime from a stranger. No. Whoever you were sitting next to.
I take it back.
Oh, okay.
How I Met Your Mother.
It sucks.
You could have just waited for your next answer.
Also, you can wait for your next.
We don't
How I
only
Met
do.
Your Mother's one of my favorite shows.
And it sucks. That's a
Why
prime
does it
example of this. Good job. It wasn't good then. It's not good now. Laugh Track TV.
You watched it?
Of course not.
Then how do you know if it's good or
I'm
bad?
I'm socially aware.
Hey, Fred, I've seen it. You're right.
There you go.
It's bad. It is awful.
Give me Black Mirror.
Oh, I like Black Mirror.
Black Mirror sucks.
You don't like Black Mirror?
It started in
It's coming-
2011.
by the way, it's coming back.
It's not.
It's
It's
never
not
went
a,
away.
It's not a 15-year-old show.
Still sucks.
It's coming back.
Next on my I-9 varsity of 15-year-old shows.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with Glee. There's a lot of 15-year-olds on that show.
Yep. I see what you're doing here, man.
Okay.
You know Breaking Bad started in 2008?
That's a great answer.
Everyone talks to me about Breaking Bad. It's been off the air for 10 years.
Oh, wait, Breaking Bad. Are you referring to the best show in the history of television that's not The Wire?
A chemistry teacher is
You should watch that show.
That's what everyone says.
You should watch it.
I'm good.
Started in 2008.
And now we're here.
Exactly 15 years ago.
Sons of Anarchy sucks.
What show do you like?
Not that one.
Right, first 3 seasons of Sons of Anarchy were pretty good.
For Harley Davidson, because sales went through the roof.
And then for absolutely no reason, they just go to Ireland.
It
was
clue.
So dumb.
Is this Fable?
His baby gets kidnapped. I think the writers for Sons of Anarchy watched too much Liam Neeson's Taken.
They watched too much Over the Top.
Is that what happened in Over the Top?
But he had to arm wrestle for the rights to his kid. Sylvester Stallone did.
That's not directly what happened.
It's not so far off.
Not so far off is correct.
Sons of Anarchy is some of the worst garbage ever put on television.
What is something you do like?
Like on television? Yeah. Are you familiar with the longest running episodic television show of all time?
Here we go.
Monday Night Raw.
I just set myself up for that one.
You did. You knew this was going back towards wrestling.
I'm not going to sit here and allow someone to lie to my face and have them tell me how good the 2008 HBO banger True Blood was. It wasn't.
You watch Monday Night Raw every Monday?
Of course not.
Tuesday afternoon at lunch.
I sneak it in. Whatever.
Next on my 9 varsity of 15-year-old shows.
Okay.
You notice how the inflection is changing.
Yes.
Every time. Euphoria. A lot of 15-year-olds.
No one's ever seen that.
A lot of 15-year-olds on drugs.
What's it called?
Euphoria.
No, I've never seen that.
I know you haven't.
That's what I'm saying.
What about Mad Men?
Like starring like St. Louis, like everything, John Hamm. Kind of sucked.
That's 16 years old.
It was incredibly old.
Mad Men missed me.
It was not good.
Set design and costumes were phenomenal.
Yeah. The Hendrix girl?
Show's overrated.
She's not the catch that everyone made her out to be.
Oh, now hold on, buddy. She's got it all.
Also, do people talk about that one? I feel like people used to talk about House. They're like, House is really good.
Or Roadhouse.
Hey, you ever watched The Big Bang Theory? No, I have not. That is not for me.
Big Bang Theory is even worse than How I Met Your Mother.
You know, Fred, ESPN's Playmakers was canceled because it was a spotlight on the actual culture of the NFL. That's not true because no one watched it. It wasn't an eye-opener. You know, Fred, Lost was revolutionary for it. It was not. It was not the thing that you heard someone say it was. There are only 2 good shows in the history of television. Monday Night Raw and anything with Key and Peele. Those are the only 2 shows in the history of television. Maybe South Park.
What's the other one? The Saturday SmackDown or something? That's a good one.
You know it's Friday Night SmackDown.
How would I know that? I've never watched it.
It's on Fridays. You know, up until the final season of 2.5. No, stop. Stop it.
The OC. A lot of 15-year-olds.
You know, the complexity of Prison Break about today's... No one believes that. Arrested Development did kind of slap, though, if we're going to have like a real honest moment.
Is that an 08 one?
I was on an 08.
There's a little hope for you.
What it is, it's a weird nostalgia chase from people where they're like, I used to be happy at this point in my life when this thing was relevant in the world. Therefore, I keep returning to it regularly because I'm chasing a dopamine that will never rise to the level that it once was. That's what this is. This is
Entourage?
All of it. This is a curb for anxiety.
Entourage is wildly overrated. Unlike
Jeremy Piven,
the hit HBO series The Wire, which is the best thing ever on television.
MASH is the best thing ever on television. Whenever we get back, I think the Jaw stuff is a conspiracy. And I hate to do that to someone with mental health.
Wait, which one? Morant or Rule?
I'll tell you after this. 2 Men on Live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We start our days at the YMCA Central New Mexico, have our lunch at the 66 Diner. Don't forget the boys on the weekends are drinking New Mexico's vodka. That, of course, is Teller Vodka. It's throwing Thursdays over at ABQX, $7.50 off every single hour that you play axe throwing whenever the boys are there. Don't forget as well, we're at the Red Door downtown every other Thursday. Who am I leaving off, man?
Don't miss a minute of the action at New Mexico United Watch Parties going down at Hollow Spirits.
This upcoming Saturday night?
Saturday.
Let's go.
We're back.
Memorial Day, what?
More like Snorrial Day.
Missed me with that one. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
And Daria.
This report brought to you by Keller's Farm Stores.
When you think of grilling, think of Keller's Farm Stores. Try their famous house-made sausages, succulent chicken, fresh seafood, and of course, their farm fresh beef. Take 50% off regular ground beef while supplies last. Keller's Farm Stores. Coors at Montano and Eubank at Candelaria.
Southbound I-25 is slow from Osuna to Montgomery. I-40 westbound getting congested now, starting at about the interchange, and that will stay slow until you get to 12th Street. Alameda westbound is slow from I-25 all the way to Coors. I'd try Paseo, although it's starting to thicken up as well.
This report is brought to you by the Sandoval County Clerk's Office. The Sandoval County Clerk's Office is dedicated to further improve the accuracy of voter rolls before the 2024 elections. If a loved one has passed away, please contact our office. Together, we can ensure that voter rolls are accurate and continue to have confidence in our elections.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-91.
I'm going to shoot real quick.
Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic.
Because I know who you are.
The summer concert season is just getting started.
If something is weird,
You haven't missed your chance to win tickets to Post Malone. Post Malone, August 10th at the Isleta Amphitheater. Text POST to 505-246-0610 right now to get entered. That's POST, P-O-S-T. From 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Dell Technologies Summer Sale event starts now with limited quantity deals on select performance PCs with Windows 11 Pro. Save on select Vostro laptops with built-in security features and select Latitude laptops with
That's Pete Davidson.
Separation and connectivity. Save on the accessories plus free shipping.
Looks exactly like Pete Davidson.
Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
His
Call
hair
Dell Technologies
changes
for 877-ASK-NEL. That's 877-ASK.
I know it's a woman. That's a dead ringer for Pete Davidson.
For and terms of credit.
Progressive
Know what
presents
it's like.
10 things on a plumber's to-do list that are harder than getting a small business insurance quote. Waking up for 5 a.m. plumbing disasters, finding out why water is pouring from the ceiling while telling a customer to leave the room, replacing a pipe in a home from the 1800s, then dealing with invoices or your awkward apprentice or that really weird smell, and then there's breathing and eating, and of course, clogs. But the easiest thing on any small business to-do list, seeing if you could save on the business insurance that's right for you. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Go green with Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Beat the heat with a high-efficiency AC or heat pump system from Daniels. Right now, Daniels is offering instant rebates on high-efficiency heat pump systems and take advantage of federal tax credits. Your investment is protected with their 10-year parts and 5-year labor guarantee. Daniels financing with plans to fit any budget, including 0% interest. Start your project today with a free estimate, 898-8860. Stay cool, calm, collected with Daniels, and go green today.
Come shop Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. This summer, make your outdoor oasis flourish for less with 4 for $10 Stay Green garden soil. And save on appliances with up to an additional $1,000 off select major kitchen appliances. Find savings across the store today. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 5/31. Story lot excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Pete Davidson.
America's largest 5G network.
That is Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
Who told you that? That's not even
right?
close.
Well, it's the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingarooner, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Friday on the opening drive. Did Jimmy Butler take over, or did the Heat leave the door open enough for the Celtics to make it interesting? Join us, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. The opening drive starts at 7 a.m.
Screaming west side when we ride, switching lanes in that old school Chevy while I'm gripping grains. Fit that bang, I try to tell him it's the game.
If you want to date travel nurses that come to ABQ, you will have to watch Grey's Anatomy. That's from the Sports Animal Live channel. Thank you for the show, Joel. So stupid. All right, so I'm the first guy. All right, so from the Sports Animal Live texter, 505-246. All right, so we kind of hit a lot of nerves here with people.
Yeah. Pushed a lot of buttons that last segment.
So people are a fan of Daria. That's it. That's it. People love Daria. Wrestling is for 15-year-olds. That's a good one. 2.5 Men. I think they might have meant 2 men on.
2.5 men on.
Your show sucks. I know. I listened to it. That's okay. That one tracks. Boys Meet World also not that good. All right, John Morant. So 2 days ago, John Morant is like, "Hey, I'm losing it." Bunch of weird social media stuff. It was like photos of he and loved ones and family members and heart emojis and stuff. You guys saw all this stuff. We at the time were like, "Hey, is this a dude who loves attention? Is this a dude who's calling for help?" We talked about the existence of like technology and kids these days and live in a second world and the stress of life, anxiety, and sports, and obviously. And then today, after there was prediction that Nike would not release the John Morant ones, is that correct? The ones?
Correct.
Nike released the John Morant ones.
It's a new colorway.
A new colorway of the John Morant ones, which that's not what we're grading, but it sucks.
I like them. I like them a lot.
They suck. But they sold out in about 5 minutes, which makes me believe, because I am that WWE guy, makes me believe the whole thing was a work, and John Morant and Nike put one over on a bunch of chumps and sold this shoe out in 5 minutes.
It's just a new colorway, and those are always limited. And I know sneakerheads, especially resellers, I mean, what happens is you have a bunch of different emails and a bunch of different bank accounts, and resellers go on the day a new colorway drops and snatch up as many as possible. So these numbers are kind of skewed. It's not like they sold out to a bunch of citizens. They sold out to a bunch of resellers, a bunch of shoe scalpers is what they did.
Sure. I mean, but they wouldn't have bought them if there wasn't a market for them, and that's what I'm trying to get to. The market is created, and also John Morant, I don't know if we've mentioned this on air, Nike was kind of building him as like the first Gen Z athlete. Nike had him
right
as like this generation, this is the athlete. If you Google John Morant, you see his new shoes and videos of him holding guns. Hear me out, mom and dad and grandma. Don't get chumped by your kid or your grandkid into buying this shoe, because John Morant is not a role model. John Morant can have a redemption story. John Morant can be on the comeback, but him and Nike, who, by the way, pulled all this stuff off their website about a week ago, erased them entirely, did the exact thing you do before a big reveal. And they hid in the back. This is a coiled snake striking.
You know, I don't see it that way. Even Adidas is going to sell off all the Yeezys for charity. Nike had all these shoes printed and ready to drop. They don't care what John Morant does. They want that money. I don't think this is a scheme or pulling the wool over our eyes or some kind of hustle or some kind of work. I don't see it that way at all. I see it like they want to take the high road, but we're talking about Nike here. This is just business. These are just dollar bills.
No, if it's what you're saying, it's capitalizing off the mental instability of a dude. Nike sucks. If it's not, if it's what I'm saying, and it's a complete work and a 360 approach to the product being sold and social media and the buzz created around it, it's incredibly gross. There's not a clean avenue for Nike on this one.
Well, this was the drop for this colorway no matter what. This was the date they're going to be released. This is the date they're all going to go on sale.
Okay.
They didn't change anything because of Ja Morant's immature idiot antics.
They created that, is what I'm saying. I'm saying the weird social media stuff doesn't exist without this date being here. I'm not talking about the hard date. I'm talking they told him to go draw a ton of attention on social media with this weird mental health debacle. I don't believe it's true.
And my belief is that this is just all business as usual. Ja Morant is a young man who obviously needs help. He needs to get professional help for his antics. The shoes stuff is secondary. This was not a work. This was not set up. And in my estimation, being a sneakerhead, they were going to sell out no matter what Ja did. Because these shoes are fire.
What I'm saying is you don't sell them. Like if you're Nike, you wait. That's the class move. They didn't make
I know. Yeah, Nike ain't gonna make no class moves.
What they
don't care. They want money.
What they did was they took these shoes, which look like booty. They took these shoes and they said, Ja, put it out there on the socials like this. And because he is such a low character individual, by the way, fool me once, Ben Simmons. I went to bat for Ben Simmons forever. Turns out that was a lie. To me, Ja Morant is now working the entirety of everyone and claiming it's a mental health issue, and you lose me now. You've lost me forever, Ja. And your cheek shoes are stupid.
Well, I mean, does Nike have the ability to take the high road? Do they have the ability to take the high road?
Didn't they just do it with Kyrie?
They still sold his shoes.
Just saying.
I mean, who makes these shoes? Let's be real here.
A good point.
Basically child slave labor makes these shoes.
Making a really good point there.
Nike can never take the high road as long as they have these factories in China and India and wherever the hell they are. They don't have the ability to take the high road because they're made on the low road.
I don't think the news is that they sold out because I think you're right. They were going to sell it regardless. I think the news is that Nike went through with it after ripping the entirety of his catalog otherwise, and in recent light of his very public mental health breakdown on social media. Because I want to root for Ja Morant. I want him to come back mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And I don't want him to be hurt monetarily or financially. But I also don't want him to take what I believe to be not just a sensitive but very important topic of mental health. You know how pro load management I am. And exploit that for dollars. And I think that's what I'm convinced of right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's the crazy thing about like that perspective. To where like now I put him in such a hole that he can't just be regular and get out. He has to be exceptional to get out.
In my estimation, I'm going to give him a big buffer zone here because he's only 23 years old.
Babers.
23, of course, a 23-year-old with all that money and all that fame, all that attention is going to screw up every once in a while. Not every professional athlete, every famous person in the media and the public eye is going to be squeaky clean and make all the right decisions. A lot of 23-year-olds with money who are going to do stupid stuff over and over and over again.
From the sports animal texter, 505-246-0610, the ones are dope, but that's a lot of scratch. $110 if you got there originally. What's the big resale one? SNKRS?
Yeah.
They'll go up there for 3 times. Because that's how this stuff works.
Yeah, they'll be at least double immediately.
From the Sports Animal Live chat, which is different than the texter, that's facebook.com/talkabq. AMarie has already taken this show from a ground root double to an instant inside the park homer. Great addition. Celtics by 10 tonight, says Boston Fanatic.
Aww.
Friend of the show, Craig.
By 10.
We had Heat. We had Heat plus 8.5. So Craig say Celtics by 8.
That's what we need. AMarie, Ja work in the system or no?
No.
All right.
Just coincidence. Nike ain't dropping jaw. Get out of here.
I gave up on coincidence a long time ago.
Get out of here.
And Kyrie Irving shoes are just on sale now. They're not like gone. Just a heads up if you want some Kyries.
I do not. I didn't want Kyrie's when they were relevant.
Just so you know.
The only cool shoe is the Shaquille O'Neal one with the little arches on the side. That one's sweet.
You're
Like
I think Van and I will speak for Van and I. We disagree with you.
That is a hard agree with AMarie right now. We're both sneakerheads.
Branding genius. 505-246-0610. The Sports Animal Hotline. Call me right now. Give me the name of your business and what you do, and I will brand it instantly. I'm insanely good at this. Just give me one off the top of your head, AMarie. Make something up.
Any business?
Yeah. The Sean Kent kamikazes are coming in.
Shoe cleaner.
All right, shoe cleaner. In your name. I need a name for this business.
In Coronado Mall. The where I take my Jordans to.
Hold on. You pay someone
Yeah,
to
get
clean
your
your shoes?
Van, how do you clean your shoes?
Oh, definitely. He cleans them by hand with a
I'd rather
Japanese felt something. What do you have?
Van, can you show me what you
Toothbrush.
clean your toothbrush? Okay, and I have some products, but I'm too nervous to clean my knife.
Van is underselling his shoe maintenance. I've seen it in person. When we travel around this
I
country,
can't get my pairs clean right now.
he has a lunchbox from like the 80s.
Yes, it's important.
It's a Stranger Things one, the original Stranger Things. It's a lunchbox. He opens it, and inside of there, he's put
What's the
styrofoam.
original?
The original Stranger Things.
Isn't there only one?
I think you mean season 1.
What is this?
Anyways, the free plug here. The product is called Resjuvenator. It's like a special.
Okay, yeah, I need this.
Yeah, it's like a special vegan soap blend, and I rub it in with a toothbrush, and you rinse it off with water. You let it air dry.
Okay.
But I don't usually let my shoes get dirty enough to need to use it because I'm constantly maintaining them. Got the
oh god, here we go.
Got the dark iris Jordan 3s today.
I'm going to break.
Very clean. What do you think about
Well, we
that?
have to go to break.
Tune in
Facebook
on
Live, YouTube
95.9
Live.
FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Verizon. Ready to take control of your phone plan? Well, then you better take that next turn to a Verizon store. Because my plan from Verizon is the kind of control we all deserve. Get exactly what you want. Only pay for what you need. Get my plan at your Verizon store today.
I-40 westbound is congested starting at the interchange and stays slow until Rio Grande. Southbound I-25 is slow from Osuna through Jefferson down to Montano. And westbound Paseo slows down at Jefferson and stays fairly slow all the way out to Coors.
This report brought to you by Sandia Area Federal Credit Union.
Your money is safe with Sandia Area. We're federally insured by the NCUA, which means you can be confident that your savings are insured up to $250,000 per qualifying account, no matter what. Learn more at sandia.org.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
I'm Eddie Gross here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Dallas melted down from the team to the fans in every possible way in Game 3 against Las Vegas. Tonight they face elimination and a sweep on their home ice, but the BetQL model thinks the Stars are up to the task. BetQL has Stars minus 115 on the money line as a 4-star best bet. They have this number at minus 133. I'm Eddie Gross. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
Nothing says summer like an ice-cold Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, refreshing, grilled brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Had enough of those little flies in your kitchen?
I did. That's why I got Zevo. I just plug in the trap, insert a cartridge, and let the light do all the work.
Zevo traps use blue and UV light to attract and trap flying insects with no odor, no mess, and no stress. Stop swatting and ditch the DIY traps. With Zevo, getting rid of bugs is as easy as
click, click, blue.
Zevo. People friendly, bug deadly.
Nothing says summer like an ice cold Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
It is the unofficial beginning of summer. That's right. Memorial Day is right around the corner. And if you're going to celebrate Memorial Day this year, plan ahead and take a ride on us. Together we can end DWI. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal is partnered with Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Glasheen Baez and Inderman Injury Lawyers to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and enter the code MEMORIAL23 in all caps. Then, after you've raised a few honoring the men and women who lost their lives while serving in the U.S. military, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. The offer is good for the first 2,000 people who use the code between Friday, May 26th at noon and Tuesday, May 30th at 3 a.m. Only 2 rides per person, please. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the beginning of summer, and enjoy the freedom these American heroes have given us. But please don't drink and drive. Take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI.
Since 2019, Fiesta Subaru has committed to being the best Subaru retailer possible. Our Subaru Love Promise ensures we're providing exceptional customer service and community support while delivering safe, reliable Subarus. Keeping current owners on the road with an expert service center is essential. Now, we're excited to announce that soon we'll be moving to a new state-of-the-art facility at Lomas in Louisiana, allowing us to serve our Fiesta family even better. Until then, visit us at fiestasubaru.com or 8100 Lomas Northeast.
Great. It's yours. See you then.
Nathan's Tiki-themed bar is swimming in end-of-year party bookings.
Where can I find that many servers? They want headlamps? And I'm going to need to find a band.
He needs caterers to navigate the rising tide.
No, Mario, not your cousin's cover band.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With summer savings at the Home Depot, we'll get your kitchen clicking with top brand appliances like a new GE refrigerator with internal water dispenser for a crisp, cool glass of water every time, or a GE oven with built-in air fryer for healthier, crispier options with no preheating. Plus, with convenient shopping in-store and online at the Home Depot, your innovative new appliances are just a click away too. Save up to 30% on select appliances plus $300 off select refrigerators at the Home Depot. Pricing valid May 18th through June 7th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
The Duke City home for sports.
Hell yeah. Yes.
This is 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. 505-246-0610. Hit us up on the Sports Animal hotline, text line, the exact same number. You got a hot take, we'll put you on. And boy, I'm excited for this one because I can talk sneakers all day. Friend of the show, Jim, joins us. What's happening, my dude?
Jim?
Jim.
You there, bud?
Jimmy boy.
Jimmy.
You know, I started. Here I go. I started.
And you were
talking,
muted, were you?
Right, and I didn't realize I put you on mute.
Oh, smart move.
Aloha.
Hey, Jimmy.
I didn't want you to hear me in the restroom, right? So, aloha to everybody. Anyway, this is Jim. And first of all, what's funny about you guys talking about shoes today is the fact that I actually am a shoe guy, and I have a business. So you want to brand my business. But see, what I'll say, you won't understand. So my business name is Matusi Orthotics and Pedorthics of New Mexico.
Okay, those are made up words, Jim.
But I'm here for it, though.
Right?
You can't just make up words and start a business. That's not how it works.
Dude, you like that? What I do is I make it to where people have to go to Wikipedia. So orthotics, though, right? So those are the inserts you put in your shoe. And what else is funny about it is that I will tell you every professional athlete under the sun is wearing custom orthotics inside their jaws or whatever. And so, you know, it's funny because you have these sneakerheads, which I grew up a Nike kid, right? I mean, my family's been in the shoe business forever. So at one time I wanted to have swooshes put on my feet. But Nike is a sportswear company that makes outrageously expensive sneakers that are terrible. However, if you're cool, right, you'll love them. And I mean, I've got a teenager who, all he wants are Jordans, and I keep telling him I love you, but I'm not going to buy them. So, that's where it comes from. And the reality is, you take apart any of these shoes, they're absolute garbage. And furthermore, what's even funnier is that there aren't as many shoe factories in the world as people think.
Right.
They'll go in for 90 days, and they'll say, okay, we have this factory. And yeah, I do believe there is still some child label in there, but for 90 days, Adidas will do it. And then, 90 days after that, Nike comes in with all their shoe lasts and they do a run of the Jaws or they do whatever. And then you're right, because they sell out immediately and they go to these sneakerheads who just jack the price. And that's so stinky. It's the same thing with the PlayStation 5.
Right.
Anyway, one other thing I wanted to say was you guys were I had to check in with you as far as Michael Block goes. He blew up today, unfortunately, in the wrong direction at the Charles Schwab. He's plus 11. You ought to see his card on the back 9.
Hey, that's what keeps you coming back, okay? That dunk ace he had last week, though, I'm just going to keep focusing on that. And it's a great story.
Did you hear that the PGA offered him $50,000, I think, for the 7-iron he used on that hole?
Yeah.
That was too much.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Love it.
I don't know. You're Jim. You're the golf guy. I don't know where the PGA Hall of Fame is, but wherever it is, it should have that 7-iron.
Well, I think that's why the PGA champion. That's why they wanted to get it. And you're going to go down to Florida, of course. That's where it's going to be, the Hall of Fame, and that's great for him. And the reality is, gosh, to go back to back. I mean, think about it. It's so impossible for these pros to do it back to back weekly. I mean, we're talking the touring guys, not a club pro. So yeah, you got to ease off. And it's just tough. I just hope he gets it back a little bit and gets into the weekend. The problem is the guys on the other side I think they posted something like 8 under today. I haven't had a chance to look at here just a little while, but Hall at 8, Harris English is at 5.
PGA
but
Insider,
you still got some other
Jim.
guys
I know, right?
showed up there.
No, I appreciate the update.
Jim,
Anyway.
quick question. So the kiddo wants the J's. You don't give the kiddo the J's. I mean, is there like an allowance thing? Is there you get to work off the debt, save up your money, get a job? How does the kiddo get their hands on these sneakers?
So he hasn't put enough effort into the fact that he knows he's got to work for him because I won't pay for him. So right now his plan is he'll wait till he's 18. I only put him in Brooks, and then I do like Nike golf shoes, but FootJoy is still the best. He's going to have to work for. Now my younger son, he's got plenty. He's the second child, so he's got plenty of. His mind works different. He'll work for it. The firstborn, I don't know what it is. They just want to have it given to them. I guess it's the age.
Yeah, I was a firstborn. I was super spoiled. It took me a long time to grow up and become an adult. So hopefully, kid turns it around too, Jim. Jim, thanks for the call. Thanks for being a friend of the show.
Appreciate you guys. See you soon.
Will he see us soon?
Maybe tonight
Maybe
at
the wrestling event.
Duke City Championship Wrestling at the historic El Rey Theater tonight. I think doors are. God, I don't even want to mess this up. Doors are 6:30. I think show at
7:30.
7:30.
Okay, Van, because we're both sneakerheads,
Okay.
and I know we deal with maybe the youth, children that we take care of, and I have to say, my nephew comes to me now and be like, "Oh, I want some ones," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to buy you ones. You're 13. Like, It's a lot of. It's like you got to earn them and take care of them, and
Also, your 13-year-old is going to be grown out of them in 6 months.
insane because
You
I didn't
can't-
start getting Jordans till I was fully grown.
I splurged on a couple of my teenage years, but I was smart
I
enough
had
to like.
basketball shoes because I played ball, but they
Mhm.
usually were like the team shoe, whichever
Sure.
we had as a team. But oh man, now I'm like, I don't know, I'm very careful. I'm like, no, but he had some Air Force Ones because he's basic.
Air Force Ones are classic. Everybody needs at least a pair of Air Force
those
Ones.
are good, but so Yeah, I won't do the ones yet. I think a certain age, don't you think?
I got a big ass box of Air Force Ones in storage that I'm going to paint and customize myself and resell them this summer.
Very smart.
Yeah, that's cool. I got a bunch of Jordan Fire Red 3s in storage too that I'm going to refurbish. So be on the lookout here in a couple months.
Okay.
Van's gonna have a booth somewhere with custom Air Force Ones and refurbished J's. What's your all-time go-to sneaker, AMarie?
Oh, it's really hard. You can't have just one favorite sneaker, but my current, I love my ones I have. But I love my current favorite are my Easters.
Yeah, your Easter colorway? Yeah. Nice.
Those are my favorite.
I'm just a classic Fire Red 3 guy. Like, I think those are the best
totally
shoes.
Get it. I will agree with Jim though. After a day of wearing certain Jordans, like my feet hurt, but it's worth it. Beauty is pain, pain is beauty. What's the saying?
Yeah, I like any Jordan. Yeah, I got you for sure. I put insoles in my J's, like whether I'm wearing like shell toes or Chucks or J's or basically anything. I got not custom orthotics, but I got some air soles in there too to make it a little easier on me, because you're not supposed to wear them for 10 hours at a time. They're not good for you. Like friend of the show Jim said, they're not well-made shoes. Like Jordan, remember that one time he put on a brand new pair of Jordans and his friggin' feet bled at halftime? The pairs of shoes that you see these guys play in the game are custom made just for their feet, with better construction and better materials and different insoles inside the shoes. The ones you get at a store for 100, 150, 200 bucks, however much you're paying, those aren't the same shoes that these guys wear on the court. Don't trick yourself and think they are.
And watch Air if you have it on Amazon. Have you watched it, Van?
I haven't yet. I didn't know it was on Amazon already.
It's already on Amazon. It's on Amazon available if you have Amazon. And if you're a sneakerhead or just like a sports fan, it's like a really good, entertaining. I'm not saying it's award-winning, but it's good.
Do you know who Tinker Hatfield is, AMarie?
No.
Tinker Hatfield designed the Jordans 3 through 13.
Okay.
He's the same guy that did the Air Max 90s and Air Max 97s and a bunch of the iconic Nikes. He's like my all-time favorite shoe designer. And I didn't know it until way later that all these shoes that I was like just a junkie for, like the 3s, Jordan 3, Jordan 4, Jordan 11, my favorite Air Max, the Air Max 90, way after the fact, years later, I find out they're all designed by the same dude. I was like, oh my God, this guy's a legend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Tinker Hatfield. Look him up.
Shout out.
There's like a couple little good documentaries on him. Yeah, he's a legend in the shoe game. When we get back, we're talking about a little flopping. The NBA is going to change their rules. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Verizon. Ready to take control of your phone plan? Well, then you better take that next turn to a Verizon store, because my plan from Verizon is the kind of control we all deserve. Get exactly what you want. Only pay for what you need. Get my plan at your Verizon store today.
I-40 westbound is congested starting at the interchange and stays slow until Rio Grande. Southbound I-25 is slow from Osuna through Jefferson down to Montano. And westbound Paseo slows down at Jefferson and stays fairly slow all the way out to Coors. We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico. Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with the CBS Sports Minute. We have to acknowledge what Florida Panthers forward Matthew Tkachuk has been doing in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Not only did he chip in the game-winning goal with 4.2 seconds left to sweep the Hurricanes, that marks his third game winner in the series. One came in overtime, the other in quadruple overtime. The Panthers are making history as the only 8th seed to ride a sweep of the conference finals into the Stanley Cup final. I'm Maggie Gray.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Texans. I love what it represents. Nick Caserio and the Texans took a big brass swing. They got their quarterback of the future in C.J. Stroud. Then with the third pick, they got the pass rusher of their future in Will Anderson. I can appreciate a team taking a big swing and a major gamble, and that's what they did. So rather than kill them for it, I'm here to praise them for it. And what do you say we all wait more than 1 minute to declare them a disaster?
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Great. It's yours. See you then.
Nathan's Tiki-themed bar is swimming in end-of-year party bookings.
Where can I find that many servers? They want headlamps? And I'm going to need to find a band.
He needs caterers to navigate the rising tide.
No, Mario, not your cousin's cover band.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
With summer savings at the Home Depot, we'll get your kitchen clicking. With top brand appliances, like a new GE refrigerator,
I buy
with a water dispenser for a crisp
gently used Jordan
water every time, or a
refurbish
GE
them
oven with
myself.
built-in air fryer for healthier, crispier options
I don't
with
wear a
no
lot of my
preheating.
pairs, but I
Plus,
wear,
with
like,
convenient
2 pairs
shopping
I wear
in-store and
outside.
online at the Home Depot, your innovative new appliances are just a click away
Yeah,
too.
Rejuvenator
Save
is
up to
bomb.
30% on select
They have like
appliances,
brushes
plus
for
$300
the
off
leather,
select
brushes for
refrigerators
the
at the Home
soul.
Depot.
That's what
Prices
I was
out May
nervous about
18th
with
through
my
June
Jordans.
7th,
It's like, I
2023.
don't
U.S. only.
feel
See
like
store
they're
online for details.
Right.
You know, coming up once again this Sunday
Yeah,
is
those,
one of my favorite
those dudes
holidays,
with, like, the
National
coconut wash or
Hamburger Day.
whatever
I
in the
know
mall, they do
everything
a
has
good
a
job.
holiday. In fact, Saturday's
Dude,
National
they'll do it for like
Sandwich
$5.
Day. Also one of my favorites. The things you can do with cake. But this is different. Burgers are amazing. I mean, no matter who you are, there's a burger for you. You got the standard ketchup, mustard, cheese, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, and of course, green chili. Don't even get me started on pineapple, though. A burger can be a work of art. And right here in Albuquerque, we have the Rembrandt, the Picasso of burgers, Revel Burger. They grind 100% Angus beef in-house every day. You can have one for lunch and another one for dinner. It's Burger Day, people. They've got 2 locations in the Revel Entertainment Center on Alexander Boulevard and golf course between Paseo and Paradise. Drop in for the daily special or order them online at revelburger.com. And I'm giving you a chance to celebrate with me. Friday at 9 a.m., Revel Burger is our sweet deal. You'll get $50 in Revel gift certificates for just $25 when you log on to our station website. It's National Hamburger Day and a Revel Burger sweet deal in the same week. How could it get any better? Stop. Put that pineapple down. Put it down, please.
In today's home mortgage market, it's important for consumers looking for a mortgage to shop around. The reason? We have just come out of the lowest rates in history, and many homeowners jumped in to take advantage, and mortgage lenders across the country were making huge profits. Today, the mortgage volume is a fraction of that, and these mortgage companies are in a panic with profits falling off the cliff. So what are they doing? They're charging borrowers interest rates and fees much higher than they deserve. That's because the higher rate and higher fees, the more profit. In other words, the lenders are maximizing profits on the backs of consumers. They are counting on borrowers not shopping that mortgage around. Indigo Mortgage will always try to get the borrower the lowest rate with the lowest fees, and we have saved homeowners many thousands of dollars over the years. So shop and shop local with your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700, or on the net at indigomortgage.net. NMLS 231962 and 188-348.
There's only one road, and there's only one home for road.
But I can't control what some of these people say.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Listen to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. As always, we're live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We play on Team I-9, start our days at the YMCA. Lunch and a milkshake with the boys. That goes down at 66 Diner. It's Throwing Thursday at ABQX. And when we're not at ABQX, we're having a little sippy boy at Red Door downtown. Don't miss a second of the New Mexico United away watch parties at Hollow Spirits. We get our merch at the Duke's team store in the weekend. That's for Teller Vodka, New Mexico's vodka. Big Mexico United watch party going down at Hollow Spirits this Saturday. AMarie, you've been to one before.
Oh, yeah, I have.
They're fun, right?
Yeah. Yes, and I love Hollow Spirits. Good people over there, Hollow Spirits.
Yeah. Happy birthday to owner-operator, head distiller Frank Holloway.
Oh, man, it's his birthday today?
Yeah, yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, my gosh. I got to get him something.
What a dude.
Great dude. Happy birthday, Frank, if you're listening right now.
You know one thing that Frank never does? My boy never flops, AMarie.
No, I see what you're
He is in it to win it. If he gets a hard foul, he's taking it like a man.
Flops have got to go, man.
The NBA is turning into football. It's turning into soccer with all these weak-ass flops all over the place. The GOAT, LeBron James, is one of the best to ever do it. And I'm talking about shooting, passing, rebounding, court vision, teammate, and flopping. LeBron James is going to
flop is what we're going to call him now.
Yeah, le flop. All right, here's what the NBA, this is how the NBA defines a flop, okay? A flop is an attempt to either fool referees into calling undeserved fouls or fool fans into thinking the referees missed a call by exaggerating the effect of contact with an opposing player. The main factor in determining whether a player committed a flop is whether his physical reaction to contact with another player is inconsistent with what would have been expected given the force or direction of the contact. That's a lot, but it makes sense to me. You got to stop these. It's ruining the integrity of the game.
And it's just awful to watch. The game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Don't know if you watch it, Van. I just
did.
and I am never that guy. I'm never blaming the refs but it was like the worst flopping I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was really bad. And conversely, there were some missed foul calls, but I mean, addressing the flopping itself.
Yes.
LeBron James did it, 3-4 times?
And
Just
or that
himself?
time he just like grabbed his knee like dramatically. The flop.
Everybody does it. Some people like swear they don't, but still exaggerate contact. There's like just blatant flops probably 5 times a game. And then there's exaggerated fouls 10, 15, 20 times a game, depending on what team, depending on what players on the court. But they're talking to the NBA competition committee is talking about next year penalizing teams for obvious flops. And what they're going to do is give the other team a technical foul free throw. And I think it's brilliant. I think they should have did this 5 years ago when the rise of the flop started. And I love seeing it.
No, yeah, and I know this isn't like really good radio to 100% agree with each other all the time, but let me tell you something. Between sneakers and flopping, you and I are on the same page. It ruined I was so mad at game 4 that I was like, oh, no, this got to go. I stopped watching. I was so mad.
You look at us already. Day 1, agreeing with each other, having some fun,
such good radio.
telling
You
some
agree with
jokes.
everything.
Oh my goodness. Hey, when you're right, you're right. You can't stop it from being right. When we get back, voice of the Isotopes, Josh Sushan joins us, talk a little baseball, talk a little Topes, talk a little Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park, talk a little Mitch Garver. You're listening to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
But now it's time to test it out, play it out, your role. Oh no, I think it's time to rock it out. I know you're looking to rock it out. Rock it out, rock it out. Let me see what you are all about. All about. We let go till we be blacking out. Blacking out. Oh, I like how you be rocking out. Oh, I like how you be rocking out. Now we can talk
This
about
report
this
brought
and
to you
that.
by Quality by DeLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
Interest rates just keep increasing, but not at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. Save with low-rate financing as low as 0.9% during May. Plus, no payments for 90 days. Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. QualityDeal.com.
I-40 westbound is congested starting at the interchange and stays slow until Rio Grande. Southbound I-25 is slow from Osuna through Jefferson down to Montano. And westbound Paseo slows down at Jefferson and stays fairly slow all the way out to course. This report is brought to you by the Sandoval County Clerk's Office. The Sandoval County Clerk's Office is dedicated to further improve the accuracy of the voter rolls before the 2024 elections. Have you recently moved? Update your voter registration at nmvote.org. Together, we can ensure that voter rolls are accurate and continue to have confidence in our elections. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Eddie Haskell from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. What, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe, here to tell you the biggest thing I've learned about insurance companies over the years, and it's really simple. They don't care about you. That's it. Insurance companies are publicly traded companies who have an obligation to their shareholders to deliver profits. They have teams of investigators, adjusters, and lawyers all working against you from the moment you call them, and they want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. Hurt in a wreck? Call Lerner & Rowe today.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Carlos Obri-Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Glenn Lerner is only licensed in Nevada.
Most people gamble. They visit a casino, buy a lottery ticket, play an online game. But for a few, gambling becomes more than fun. It becomes a problem, an addiction, just like a drug or alcohol addiction. Free and confidential help and treatment is available, funded by Responsible Gaming Association of New Mexico. A toll-free hotline, 888-696-2440, is available 24 hours a day. Find help at rganm.org.
Now betting for the sports animal. Your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, AMarie Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
2 hours in the books. One more segment to go. Hell of a program. You're listening to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. It's the Sports Animal, AMarie.
The Sports Animal.
Not some other 4-letter network. Quit getting it twisted.
It's The Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal.
We have someone joining us on The Sports Animal, right?
Who? Is it friend of the show, friend in real life, the golden voice himself, voices the isotopes, Josh Sushan? Is that who?
Good evening.
All right, Sush, give it to me straight. The boys threw out the first pitch last night. How embarrassed should we be for our poor showing?
Well, you guys were both very on brand. I'll start with that. I don't know if you guys saw it, but got you the high view. I know Brandon Ortega was giving you like the up close personal view. I went for like the high view, so you can have all the angles went in for post production. You know, Van looking in for the sign and then shaking off like 17 times before getting the sign that he likes. Totally oblivious to the fact that you don't look in for signs anymore. There's a pitch comm device and someone just presses a button and you hear it in your cap. So you threw a strike, though, right? You got it right there.
Down the pipe, baby.
Right. Fred juggling a bunch of baseballs before he goes out there and, you know, waving to a whole bunch of people that are not cheering for him and then bouncing a throw to first and then forcing some kid to take a selfie with him. And the kid's like, who is this giant person who wants me to take a photo with him? Where's my mom and dad to save me from this giant who is scaring me right now? You guys were on brand from the whole time.
I loved it. I had a blast. Thanks so much to the Isotopes for their hospitality. We loved every second of it. Of course, I piped one right down the middle, and of course, Fred had to bounce his up. I don't know if you saw this part, but after we were all done and taking pictures, Fred got the two little kids, our openers, got their autograph, and they didn't want the favor returned whatsoever. They didn't ask us for our autographs. That's so funny.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it.
Had a lot of fun before the game, and the game was a lot of fun as the boys 2 in a row versus Round Rock. It's kind of a perfect day because, number one, we get the dub, and then hometown boy Mitch Garver hit a bomb in front of his friends and family.
Yeah, yesterday was just a good, fun, all-around day. I enjoyed it all. The weather was great, like you mentioned. Mitch Garver, hometown kid, back. You guys first pitch. You guys getting, ghosted by the kids about the return autograph. That part was great. Nice little comeback for the Isotopes. And did you see either in person or on social media the new home run celebration that they did?
Oh my God, I love it so much. In true journalist fashion, you beat me to it.
Oh, sorry.
Describe what we're seeing in the dugout now after the home runs.
Well, all the details about it is going to come as part of our pregame show, including the player whose idea it was. That's Hunter Stovall. And so, look, he's a fan of Breaking Bad, and we're all fans of Breaking Bad. And so if you're going to do some type of mask or some type of thing that you're going to do in the dugout, what do you do when you play your hometown games, your home games in the place where they filmed Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? What do you do? What do you put on?
You put on the gas mask, baby.
Exactly. So there you go. Yes, that made its debut last night. Ellerise Montero was the initial, I don't know if it was victim is the right word, or was the initial celebratory person who got to experience this. And then Connor Kaiser did later. So we got a new home run celebration in Albuquerque.
I love it so much. I love the rise of the home run celebrations in the dugout and all the accoutrement that goes with it, whether it's the bird bath in Baltimore or the trident in Seattle or the samurai hat for the Angels. I love that these baseball players are having fun and not caring what people think, especially old crotchety white guys like us care about what they're doing.
I love it too so much because, look, baseball, there's so much of baseball is built on failure, right? There's this cliche that we always use because it's true that if you fail 70% of the time, you're an all-star.
Right.
And no one has ever failed 60% of the time, or better than that since 1941, right? Ted Williams at 406. It is so hard. And then you think about it's just hard enough to get a hit. And then it's even harder to hit a home run. It happens, 1% of the time it happens. So you should be excited. You should be happy, and I like that baseball has embraced this. I like that this new generation is doing this. I'm still not a huge fan of taunting your opponent. I like it when you do celebrations that just involve the fans and involve your teammates. And I don't care how choreographed they are. I want you to make it as choreographed as possible. But I'm also a believer that if you taunt the other team, then you better be able to take it, right? Don't be soft. All these macho dudes who make it to the pinnacle of their profession, and yet they get soft when someone looks at them the slightest way or stray.
Sure.
No, but I love it, and it's fun, and that's what we need. We need engagement and just things that get fans excited and get them wanting to do different things. And sometimes I'll see the crotchety old men complaining oh, look, the kids are doing these celebrations now with Little League. Oh, they have their own walk-up music when they get to the plate and they're 12-year-olds. And I go, heck yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. How about we make kids have fun playing baseball so they want to keep playing baseball and they want to spend the rest of their life being in round baseball? Yeah, I like this idea a lot.
I'm so into it. Give me all that you got. Josh, Ellerise Montero has been crushing since he's been down with the Isotopes. Another 3 hits, another 3 RBIs. He's not going to be around much longer, is he?
Well, it kind of depends, right? Offensively, it's not necessarily ever been really the problem with him, right? When Brendan Rodgers got hurt, the Rockies said, okay, we're going to move Ryan McMahon back to second, and Montero, you're going to be the primary third baseman. And they were not exactly enamored with his defense. And so when he got sent down, it was, okay, let's just have him focus on first base. And that's primarily what he's done. He's still getting some reps at third base, but they primarily wanted just to see him just play a lot of first base and see if that can be a long-term position for him. And I think that now he's played more third than first in his life, but I think that even in the month or so that he's been with us, I've seen a noticeable increase in his defense at first base. And we know that he can hit, and I like that he came back and he was in a good mindset and he wasn't like sulking. He wasn't feeling sorry for himself. I mean, he's just crushing the hitting in this league. We know that he can hit in the big leagues. The question for him has always been, where is he going to play? And so you think about it right now. Okay, CJ Cron went on the injured list, and the Rockies decided they wanted Michael Toglia because of his glove and because of his bat. Brenton Doyle, I don't know if you saw it, but he crashed into the wall. He hurt his knee. We don't know how serious it's going to be. Bud Black made us all feel a whole lot better after the game, saying that it's a contusion. They don't think it's going to be an injured list situation. So based on that, Nolan Jones got scratched from today's lineup. It doesn't mean that Nolan's going up. It might just be a precautionary thing, but Nolan Jones got scratched from today's lineup. So, would he be the one who gets called up? Or, if Toglia struggles, would that then open the door for Montero? Or would they kind of move people around at that point? I think that, again, to go back to your question about Montero, he's not going to spend the rest of the season here at AAA. You're right about that. But it's not like he's about to get called up any day. I like that he's here, that he's on our team, and I like that he keeps getting better and better defensively.
The AL East is better than the whole AL Central.
I love how the standings work, right?
This is bonkers to me. The last place Blue Jays would be in first place in the AL Central.
Yeah, I love that when you look at the standings, it's just those 10 just line up perfectly.
Yeah.
So they're all in one division. Meanwhile, we have this weird oddity thing in the Pacific Coast League, speaking of standings. So we have 10 teams in the PCL, and there's no divisions anymore. It's just one. And yet, out of the 10 teams, there's only 3 that are above 500. It's almost mathematically impossible for this to happen. And how about this? If the Isotopes sweep Round Rock and all the other games throughout the rest of the week kind of go where they mostly split, then there would only be 2 teams above 500 in the PCL if the Isotopes sweep Round Rock this week. And they're 1/3 of the way to doing so.
I love that so much. Speaking of loving it, friends of the show, Isotopes fans, you better get to the lab early on Friday. Camo hats, baby. These things are sharp.
Yeah, they're good. The camo hat inspired one of my favorite social media posts that we had. I was not involved in this because it was good, and that's why you can tell that I was not involved in it. It was a picture of the grass, and the hat actually wasn't in the photo, and it was like, camo hat, can you see it?
Oh, that's so smart. Get out of here.
Super clever. And then the other thing that I like that we do is we take all of our front office employees and we turn them into models, not just Dylan Storm, but all of them become models, which I think is super neat because, number one, it's free labor, right?
Sure.
Right? They're models that don't come with an extra surcharge. And it's a cool thing for our staff to be like, oh, yeah, I'm a model. Check me out. Model in this hat, model in this jersey, model in this whatever else we give away.
Camo hats, courtesy of Pepsi First 3,000 fans. The boys will be there doing the program on the concourse tomorrow. And, of course, we get to see your beautiful face in person.
When am I going to be am I going to lead off again? Am I going to be Ricky Henderson again tomorrow? Or am I back to Mariano Rivera in the 9th? Or what do we got?
I mean, when you got a high profile like Voice of the Isotopes, Josh Sushan, you kind of just choose what you want, right? You tell me when you're on our program, Josh. Who's on the pregame tonight?
Yeah, we got Hunter Stovall again. He gives the details about the gas mask and all the different ones that he's done throughout his career, and just we just talked a lot about just having fun and being good teammates and just having fun at the baseball game, which is what you're supposed to do.
Hunter Stovall is an absolute dude. We had him on the program yesterday, and he's a lot of fun. And he
like his accent.
I love it so much. It's infectious. Like my Texas accent came out 10% more talking to his Alabama accent.
Yeah, he's a beauty, and he's having one heck of a season. He's cooled off a little bit, but dude's hitting 311, 424 on base. I love the way he turns the double play at second base. He's just one of these guys who you don't even, when you watch him on the pivot, it's like you don't even see the transfer from the glove to the bare hand. He's so quick. I love watching him turn double.
Got 2 minutes left in the program.
6 runs in the 8th inning. I mean, these are the Isotopes you want to see, right? Big crooked numbers. That's how you do it at Rio Grande Credit Union Field.
Yeah, and And it came at a time when, okay, you're up 4-0 after 3, you feel like, okay, we're feeling good. And then all of a sudden you hadn't scored in 6 innings. And now all of a sudden you're facing the guy who has got a lot of time in the big leagues. His ERA was barely over 1. And Taylor Hearn's his name. He's on the 40-man roster for the Rangers. So it wasn't just that they scored 6. They scored 6 off a really good relief pitcher who's having a great year at AAA. Again, spent a bunch of time in the big leagues. That was a huge rally for the boys to get that victory. And now you got a chance, and they've won the first 2, and now you got a chance to get greedy here and really put something special together this week.
How long Mitch Garver going to be hanging around home?
At the start of the week, the plan was for him to be here all week. He's not in the lineup today. Originally, the plan was for him to catch today, but it might just be that today's his day off. Remember, he hasn't played in like 6 weeks.
Right.
So hopefully he'll be in the lineup tomorrow, but he's supposed to be here all week long.
Josh Sushan voiced the Isotopes. Thank you so much, my friend. See you tomorrow.
All right, very good. See you in person tomorrow.
Hell of a program today, Albuquerque. Thanks for the friends of the show. All the calls, all the texts, all the well-crafted insults that we receive on the text line. And AMarie, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
You crushed it today.
Oh,
Super excited to be
Thank
working
you.
with you. You're an absolute talent. And
Appreciate you.
honestly, we're just lucky to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
Looking
welcome
forward
so
to
much.
tomorrow.
Be safe out there, Duke City. We'll see you at the lab tomorrow. Don't miss Duke City Championship Wrestling tonight at the El Rey Theater. And we'll see you tomorrow, Burke.
Great, it's yours. See you then.
Nathan's Tiki-themed bar is swimming in end-of-year party bookings.
Where can I find